It's been a week since we last did an animatronic holiday review, and now we are back in the seventh episode in this three back-to-back episodes of these episodes that I should have done throughout the Christmas week, but totally forgot. So today in episode 7, we are going to look at, this animatronic that I was supposed to review back on Christmas Eve, and that was, of course, the Storytelling Santa Claus, a legendary staple created by Animatronic Creations and released in an unknown year. But according, it looks like from a comment from my now deleted Robertson Tips and Advice YouTube channel, they said that this animatronic was released in 2003. I can't confirm if this is real or not, so let's just say that it came out somewhere around the early to mid 2000s. Now, if you don't know what Animatronic Creations are, they are also an animatronic company, best known for creating animatronics, mainly during the Christmas season. And Storytelling Santa Claus is one of them. I'm not sure what generation my Santa Claus fits in. If anybody knows, just let me know in the comments below. Let's look at the design. So let me bring him real close. So we have our jolly old Saint Nick with his iconic Santa hat and all dressed up for the holidays. We have a little girl that's sleeping on his lap with a teddy bear. And of course, he is sitting in that nice brown chair, all comfy, ready to tell his story. And there's nothing really else in the back. The back here, we have a switch. The right, which I have it on, is on full play mode. If we switch it over to there, it's on demo mode. Now, the animatronic takes about 3 C-size batteries. Here's the catcher. When getting things out ready for the holidays earlier this month, I had no C-size batteries. I did have from Panasonic, but they were dead. So my mother had to rush buy new ones from Duracell, to be able to have him working for the holidays. He got it just in time, I believe the 23rd of December, and he was ready to go, despite waiting 2 weeks for new batteries. Now, his movement is very simple. He just moves his head up and down while telling his entire story of the night before Christmas. However, mine has a defect. His mouth mechanism and eye mechanism does not work. You see, when he used to work fully, his mouth will move along to the story and his eyes will open and close as well. I don't know what year it broke, but you could hear, when I play it, gears trying to move the mouth. But the head that moves it up and down during the story, that still fully works, thankfully. Also, I'm not sure if you can really see. I'm going to try to get up close. I'm not sure if this is due to aging, but you can see some bit of cracks near the jawline. I'm not entirely sure. I'm thinking it's due to, to the age of this animatronic and how long we had it for so long. But I'm just lucky that it still works despite the mouth issue. As I mentioned before, it moves his mouth and moves his head up and down while telling the entire story of the night before Christmas. Let's see him in action.
Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see just what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw out the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eye should appear their sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bow. He was dressed in all fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose was like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old self, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rolled. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Ho, 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 ho.
What a beautiful story. And such a beautiful animatronic, to have during the Christmas season, to have your kids around to hear the story the night before Christmas, either before shredding open the gifts on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. And that was a tradition I had for so many years, all the way leading up to, of course, this year. But anyway, that's my review on the Pan-Sense Creations Animated Storytelling Santa Claus. Pan-Sense Creations, thankfully, is still making them to this day. I believe it's new ones, as you can find many videos of them on YouTube. And I think you can find them on eBay and your local flea market as well. Or maybe Home Depot, I'm not really sure. If you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. This is part of a back-to-back episode of Animatronic Holiday Reviews. I'll see you guys in episode 8.